Hi there, I'm Guy from Simpool. Over the next few episodes of this course, we'll be talking about creating a game economy. And we'll cover the best practices for monitoring this economy with proper data utilization. Before diving right into building an economy, we need to think about the core game loop. Your economy will revolve around this loop and support it. So, what does it even mean when we say game loop? It's what keeps users playing. Think of it as those little actions that repeat themselves throughout the game. For example, a loop could be users collecting coins to build a city, then expanding their kingdom. They'll keep repeating these actions as they progress through the game. The longer they play, the more opportunities for driving revenues, like showing them ads or creating monetization opportunities. Keeping users engaged for longer and monetize them effectively is the goal of the game loop. Now, let's dive a little deeper into defining it. There are three things to consider when defining the core game loop: expectations, emotions, and experience. So, let's begin with expectations. What does expectation settings have to do with retention and monetization? Well, your expectations should help you define the emotions you want your users to feel. Maybe it's making sure they feel accomplished by winning many levels or getting lots of boosters. Or maybe it's creating a frustrating feeling with a more challenging gameplay experience and fewer resources. You should create a gameplay experience that makes them feel just frustrated enough to keep playing and reach level 3. Whatever emotions you want your users to feel so they keep playing, you can encourage those feelings even more with the right in-game experience. You can inflate some resources like currencies or bonuses or weapons for players who struggled to progress, and for your rising stars, try increasing the difficulty so you avoid boring them. Here is another example. You want your users to retain until at least day 4. That's the expectations. Making them feel frustrated will encourage higher engagement and retention. That's the emotion. So, you make your levels challenging by adding more obstacles. That's the experience part. But you notice users' drop-off is high before day 4. Maybe the game is too challenging. You can make levels easier, but then you'd lose that frustrating feeling. Another solution is giving users a lifeline at level they are getting stuck at. This will help them pass the level and continue playing while keeping the experience challenging in just the right way. Just when users could get exhausted or too frustrated, providing them the right amount of resources at the right time encourages them to keep playing. So now we're on the same page. We know all the components of the game loop. But how can you actually tell if yours is working? Now is the time to talk metrics. Looking at your KPIs can reveal users' trends and track their progress. It can also help you identify the optimal point where players are having a full and engaging experience, or where they're exhausted or overly frustrated. No matter your game or your genre, there are certain KPIs that always matter for measuring the effectiveness of your game loop, and by extension, your game economy. The number of users, retention rate over time, where your users are coming from, what they bought in your game, and how much they paid are all examples of important metrics. Your game may value a KPI more than another. For example, PvP games need many users to make sure all the core loop feels rich and full. For these games, daily active users and retention will be key metrics to look at. We're going to take a deeper dive into data in another episode. For now, it's important to recognize the impact that tracking your KPIs can make on your game loop and economy. Only by understanding performance can you find ways to optimize these two. Now that we understand the game loop and how it works, next, we'll be discussing how the game loop connects to the game economy. In fact, we're going all in on the game economy in your next episode, covering what it is, why it matters, and how to optimize it. See you there.